I have to find a retirement home for wizards and defeat them to claim my spot as the champion. The only problem is that there's SCPs like Peanut and deadly teddy bears. I can't leave until I beat the crap out of old dudes. This is DeathIsPlenty, let's get right into it. My first Minecraft world spawned me right above the Tower of Skin Flaps. I don't know if it's the name or that I finally got what I wanted. Just like that Lego set I wanted for Christmas. But instead, my parents gave me baby oil from those strange parties they go to. It's great that I was able to find this place right away, but I'm not Ezio. There's no way I'll survive the jump, even if there was hay. So I had to chip away the blocks, which took forever. My hands were bleeding worse than the time of month for my wife. At least there's no nagging with this one. Speaking of nagging, since these wizards were so old, I figured I could overpower them. I mean, what are they gonna do? Nag me to death about how cold it is even though it's 200 degrees? Well, I was wrong. Instead of dentures, they threw fists at me.
What are they feeding you, freaking protein? Isn't this supposed to be applesauce or something?
This was the most embarrassing moment in my life. So embarrassing that I made it my mission to get revenge. Not on those wizards, but all old men. I was not going to stop until I do. So I made another server, which I prayed would be just as lucky as this one. So far, there was a flying fox, which is just another day in Minecraft. What really shocked me was that I spawned near a village, especially their obsession with certain things.
What are you guys doing there? Nah, don't stop now. Finish him.
I mean, they were acting freaky as hell, surrounding me in the woodshed as they tried giving me their wood. Getting out of there was my first priority.
I already told you that I'm not sucking that.
So I tried stealing their door, but they kept opening and closing it. I used to play this game as a kid. Was I good at it? No, but I never remember them adding intimacy for villagers. So I had to get rid of them by luring one at a time for a glizzy.
You wanted my hardwood? Well, here it is.
Call me a monster, I don't care. I like to think of it as putting down a sick dog. You don't hate it, it's just that it's the right thing to do. We do it for food as well, so we can eat. Which is why, after all that surviving, I was going to enjoy some ham tonight. So I mined some coal, used a glory hole, and made an Osama bunker in the dirt to sleep. Only difference is that the military didn't raid me. Now that it was time to get a move on, I decided to cook some bacon before venturing out into the Iceland. Just moments later, I found another village with igloos this time, which I thought was cool. Since they weren't a bunch of freaks, I spared them. Never mind. While hopping away into the winter wonderland, I thought about how the villagers would have survived if Microsoft didn't decide to become woke. Oh well, there was an abandoned ship where I found a treasure map. As excited as I was, I couldn't be distracted from my true mission, which was to end elderism by hand. But that will have to wait since night was coming. Luckily, I'm not Forge Labs because I'm not spending 1 million hours building the best house. A noob like me needed the advantage because there's no way I'm surviving the SCPs that come at night. So I cozied on up next to my oven and slept like a toddler who just wrecked the whole house. Oh yeah, there was also another village just a mile away. I don't know what is up with my game, but I must have the luckiest seed twice. There was even iron swords and ingots. I swear the game was rewarding me for curing the world by sacrificing unnatural villagers. By the way, just a few blocks over, there was yet another village with a pig farm. I couldn't believe it. Yes, being a terrible guy doesn't have consequences. That whole day was just amazing. After kicking a villager out of his own home, I woke up feeling well rested and went on my merry way. As lucky as I felt, I figured I'd get over my fear of the dark caves. What could go wrong?
It's just a cave, nothing to be afraid of. Nope. Thanks a fucking lot, Shy Guy.
Since I'm an entertainer, I had no choice but to man up, so I looked for SCP-096.
Wait a minute. I forgot. I'm not Forge Labs.
My main mission was to survive so I can stab old men, not to get mauled to death by SCPs. By the way, I spent a lot of time trying to tame a horse, just to find out I had armor, not a saddle. Like I said many times before, I'm an idiot, so I took my anger out on this happy pig. Then I found this cute teddy bear in the cave, so I carefully watched it from a distance. It was so cute.
Ow, my ears. Why do I have my headset on so high?
Since I wandered into the SCP zone, I had no choice but to make a base underground. At this point, I felt like a felon who escaped prison. Then next day, I wandered into the forest where I finally found the tower.
I've been waiting for this moment. It's going to be hard, but I can do this.
There was a feeling that everything will go wrong. Kinda like making fun of Jada Smith. That's when I saw the old fuck fossilizing at the top, waiting to ambush me. So I pretended to be distracted by the chest. It was the ultimate counter ambush since the dinosaur descended onto me, giving me the advantage as I swung at his magical crystals like a pinata. He was backed into a corner, so there was no other choice but to throw poison. Joke's on him though, cause I'm a coward. Healing up while retreating was the smartest thing to do, giving him no time to react as I clicked my mouse faster than Ariana Grande's relationships. Thanks to my training, I was able to eat an enchanted apple from his ashes, which I'm surprised he wasn't turned into already. That wasn't the point though. It was time to put Gramps back to sleep, for good this time. Not his normal 13-hour naps every minute that he gets. Even though I was poisoned, I wasn't going to stop this time. It was just him and me. This will determine who is stronger. The young bull who smells like sweat and Doritos, or the wizard who couldn't keep his dentures in during dinner.
I finally did it. Holy crap. It's finally over.
With nothing else left to do, I decided to go into the forest for my last night in this world. That's when Peanut came to get revenge for the old man. There was also another SCP below. With no way out, I tried to make a shelter, just to be choked to death by the statue. A painful reminder of the village I killed who choked out his partner. Maybe this was karma, or maybe it's a story where I get revenge on SCPs for another video. For now, make sure to watch my most popular game, Gef, or other SCP videos I made. I know you'll make the right choice.